This is our 1966 Mustang Convertible, and we're going to take it for a quick spin and then pull over in a parking lot up here and I'll show you around. Touch the key and it fires right up. Okay. Tune that radio in. Radio works good. It's got a tape player, auxiliary for a MP3. The odometer was reset when the car was restored about 6 years ago. It's got 4,229 miles on the restoration. It's got a T5 manual. I'm going to jump on it. Giddy ups. My first Mustang was a 91 convertible. This car drives exactly like a 91 convertible. It's got a 302 with a T5 5-speed manual transmission, cruise control. It's got air conditioning. Everything about the air conditioning works great, except for the compressor needs to be replaced. A rebuilt air compressor costs about $200. Just plus the labor, unless you want to do it yourself. We just didn't have time to fix that. It's got great performance. It steers straight down the road. Getting on it a little bit. It's a blast to drive. This manual transmission just makes it a ton of fun. They giddy ups. I mean, I'm doing 80 like it's nothing. Well, normally I use this parking lot to show off the car. It looks like there's something going on over here. We'll just pull down here farther into the parking lot. Steers really easily. E-brake, emergency brake works properly. If it was mine, I'd probably do a turn down on it, because I'm not into that, the exhaust sounding quite that subtle. It's got a nice little roar to it, but it could be more aggressive in my opinion. And if you just took those end of those pipes off and did a turn down, that would help a lot. Brake lights, turn signal, left turn signal, right turn signal, running lights. This car engine just purrs like a kitten. I mean, it is really sharp. Running lights work good. Left turn signal, right turn signal. You can turn the lights off. We'll just show you that under the hood, you can just hear the car. Just so smooth. The paint on this car is a burgundy metallic. It's absolutely beautiful color. It is a driver paint job. I'm sorry. It's a driver car. It is a very nice base coat, clear coat paint job. But because it's a driver, it's got a couple little imperfections here or there. That being said, I'm standing 7 feet away from it. I mean, it's a stunner. I'm not sure if you can tell in the video or not. It looks a little dusty on the back. Unfortunately, to get where we're at, we have to go down about 100 yards of a dirt road, and I hate it because I detail my car out perfectly, and then first thing I do is get it dusty before I even leave the driveway. It's got 17-inch American racing wheels with a little bit of an offset. It's got 7s in the front and 8s in the back. Brand spanking new wheels and tires. And this paint just really sets the car off. I mean, it looks sharp. It's got a pony interior. And everything about the interior is in great shape. Brand new top, brand new tonneau cover. It's got a power top, works perfectly. You can see it's got the pony upholstery. The driver's side has a touch of wrinkle to it just because it's been being sat in. That's normal. So, actually, what happened with this car was it was being restored from 2000 until about 2005. Not frame off restored. Horn works good. I guess I want to show that the air conditioner works good. Fan blows right on the air conditioner. It does have cruise control and it does work. If I'd have taken it for a longer drive, I could have showed you that. What I was saying about the restoration was, of course, not a frame off, just a frame on restoration, but this is actually an original 6-cylinder car that was bought. The spindles were changed out. The front end's been rebuilt. It's got a 302 in it with a newer T5 transmission. The engine and transmission were rebuilt at the time of the restoration. You can tell by looking underneath that the front end's been rebuilt. You can see new bushings. No rust at all. You can take a look at the still pictures that I did. Floor pans, frame rails, all in fantastic shape. There is some overspray on the underneath if you wanted it to, if you really wanted to show it where they're going to be hypercritical, you'll want to put some undercoating. I never do undercoating when we're putting a car up for sale because I never want to be accused of trying to hide anything. So, and that's one of the easiest jobs anybody can do, is undercut the car. It's a heavy duty rear end. I mean, the whole thing was swapped out correctly. I mean, it really looks good. I'm waiting for that camera to change over. There we go. Wipers work. Radio works good. I've been driving this car for the past week, and I'll tell you, it just drives out so nicely. It pulls a touch to the right. Probably needs a minor adjustment on a oh, now I'm having a brain fart. I hate that I'm doing that on the video. It needs a minor alignment is what I'm trying to say. I'm sure it may need a just minor. I mean, it just barely does it, but I want to disclose that. The top is brand spanking new. We put it on last week. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, I guess I might as well show you the trunk. Totally rust free. Paint job was done right. It's base coat, clear coat, DuPont. No rust in here. I mean, super clean. Even the trunk was painted. Bumpers have a touch of pitting a little bit on the rear that you can't see until you get right up on it. I mean, you've got to eagle eye this car to see the imperfections.
Front bumper, same thing, just a tiny little bit. And the cool thing is, from Mustangs Unlimited, I mean, it's ridiculous these days. You can buy new bumpers for $100 a piece, and I think they charge about an additional $20 for shipping for a bumper. So for $200, $220, you have put brand new bumpers on here. Another $150, $200, put a compressor on, you got cold AC. Boy, there's not much I would do to this car except just drive the heck out of it. I mean, it's beautiful. Everywhere we go with this thing, everybody's going like, man, that car is hot. And you don't see it very often in this color. You see the color called Rangoon Red, but you don't see this burgundy metallic very often, and it really pops. This is a super nice car. It's not perfect, but man, it is beautiful. Windows roll up and down perfectly. Top goes up and down well. I mean, I can't say enough about it. It's just an absolute blast to drive, especially with that 5-speed transmission. And I took a nice long, like, hour-and-a-half driving it the other day. That cruise control works perfectly. It's so nice to have. This is just a super nice car.